Hello and welcome to our video on the debt ceiling. The debt ceiling is a legal limit set by the United States Congress on the amount of national debt that the federal government is allowed to accumulate. In other words, it's a cap on how much the government can borrow. This limit is established by Congress and is separate from the federal budget. When the government spends more money than it takes in through taxes and other revenues, it runs a deficit, and it borrows money to make up the difference. The debt ceiling is the maximum amount of debt the government is allowed to have outstanding at any given time. When the government reaches the debt ceiling, it can no longer borrow money to finance its operations, which means it must either raise the debt ceiling or reduce spending in order to avoid defaulting on its debt. Raising the debt ceiling is a politically sensitive issue, as it allows the government to continue borrowing and accumulating debt, while reducing spending is often seen as unpopular and can lead to cuts in government programs and services. It is important to note that the debt ceiling is separate from the federal budget. The debt ceiling is a limit on how much the government can borrow, while the federal budget is a plan for how the government will spend the money it has available, including any new borrowing. The debt ceiling has been a hot topic in recent news because the United States government has reached its current debt limit and needs to raise it in order to continue borrowing money to finance its operations. The current situation is unique in that the COVID-19 pandemic has led to increased government spending on stimulus measures and economic relief, pushing the debt limit to its current limit. Additionally, the recent political climate has made it difficult to reach a consensus on whether to raise the debt ceiling and by how much. This has led to concerns about potential government default if the debt ceiling is not raised in a timely manner. Default is when a borrower is unable to repay its debt, and for the United States government, this would have severe consequences for the economy and financial markets. So, as you can see, the debt ceiling is an important issue that affects not only the government's ability to borrow money, but also the overall stability of the economy. It's important to keep an eye on the developments and negotiations surrounding the debt ceiling, as they have significant implications for the country's financial future. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe for more informative videos on the economy and finance.